Have you ever considered that something as simple as fruit could harm your health? Since childhood, we have been told that fruits are nature's candy, packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and nourishing sweetness. However, what's often overlooked is that not all fruits are created equal, especially as we age. For those of us over 60, our bodies undergo significant changes. Our metabolism slows down, and our digestive systems become more sensitive. Additionally, blood sugar control can become more precarious. The reality is that some fruits, while healthy for younger individuals, can become problematic for seniors. Yes, problematic. High sugar content, potential drug interactions, or hidden acidity can pose real risks if we're not careful. But there's good news. Nature also provides life-enhancing fruits that support heart health, combat inflammation, protect memory, and even improve bone strength. Today, as someone who has lived a long life and studied these changes for many years, I want to share the 4 fruits you should avoid and the 4 that you absolutely must include in your diet. Your body deserves the best. Let's dive right in. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. The 4 dangerous fruits seniors should never eat. 1. Grapefruit, the silent killer for medication users. At first glance, grapefruit appears harmless, even beautiful. Its bright pink flesh and refreshing bitterness, combined with a heart-healthy reputation, have made it a breakfast staple for many. However, for older adults, especially those over 60, this fruit carries a hidden and often underestimated danger. Beneath its juicy exterior lies a biochemical threat that few discuss, which can interfere with the very medications that keep your heart beating, blood pressure stable, and anxiety at bay. Grapefruit contains a compound that blocks a crucial liver enzyme called CYP3A4. This enzyme is responsible for breaking down many common prescription drugs used by seniors. When CYP3A4 is inhibited, medications can accumulate to dangerously high levels in the bloodstream, like a dammed river with nowhere to flow. The consequences can be severe: muscle breakdown from statins, life-threatening heart rhythm issues, excessive bleeding from blood thinners, or intensified sedative effects from anti-anxiety medications. For those who rely on their prescriptions for survival, this seemingly healthy fruit can become a silent killer. Tragically, many seniors are unaware of this risk. They enjoy grapefruit in the morning, take their medications after breakfast, and don't connect the dots until they find themselves rushed to the emergency room. Some may not survive to discover what happened. This highlights the danger of trusting what appears healthy without knowing the truth. This isn't about instilling fear for the sake of fear. It's about sharing wisdom gained from experience. Grapefruit itself isn't inherently bad. However, for seniors on medications, over 70% of Americans over 65, it's simply not worth the risk. There are safer fruits to enjoy that won't jeopardize your heart, liver, or life. If grapefruit can conceal danger in plain sight, what other fruits might seem safe while quietly undermining your health? Let's examine the next one. It's small, sweet, and can be surprisingly toxic when overindulged. If you're finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now, let's move on to point number 2. 2. Cherries, sweet but dangerous for arthritis and diabetes. Cherries, so small, so sweet, and often seen as innocent treats, bring back memories of summer, fresh pies cooling on windowsills, and bowls of cherries at picnics. But for many of us, as we age, what once felt delightful can become a silent health concern. The truth is that cherries, particularly when consumed in large quantities or in concentrated forms like juices, dried fruits, and syrups, are high in natural sugars. 1 cup of sweet cherries can contain nearly 20 grams of sugar. For younger bodies with faster metabolisms and stable insulin responses, this may not pose a serious risk. However, for seniors dealing with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or even undiagnosed insulin resistance, that sugar can enter the bloodstream rapidly, causing spikes that may damage organs over time and lead to fatigue, confusion, and increased vulnerability. But the dangers don't end with sugar. Cherries are naturally acidic, and for older adults suffering from inflammation, arthritis, or joint pain, this acidity can exacerbate symptoms. While fresh cherries do contain antioxidants, consuming them in excess, especially in processed forms, can be counterproductive. What you hoped would alleviate discomfort may intensify the very pain you're trying to escape. So what's the cost? It's the silent, gradual damage that may go unnoticed at first. You might not feel the impact right away, but the flare-up in your knees that disrupts your morning walk, the spike in blood sugar that leaves you feeling dizzy, or the sleepless night caused by swollen joints. These issues are all interconnected. That bowl of cherries, eaten with good intentions, may become a trigger for pain, instability, and long-term harm. It's disheartening because cherries seem so harmless. However, as we grow older, it's essential to question even seemingly sweet treats. And if these small fruits can disrupt your balance so significantly, consider what might happen when your potassium levels become unmanageable from something far more common, something many seniors consume daily without a second thought. Bananas. Too much potassium can be harmful. For many of us, bananas have long been seen as a symbol of health, simple, convenient, and rich in potassium. We've often been told that they help with cramps, boost energy, and are good for the heart. While this may hold for younger individuals, as we age, our bodies no longer process nutrients as efficiently. Too much of a good thing can quietly become a threat. Bananas are indeed high in potassium. However, for seniors, particularly those with weakened kidneys, heart conditions, or who take blood pressure medications such as ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, this potassium can accumulate to dangerous levels. As kidney function declines, these once-efficient filters begin to slow down, preventing the excess potassium from leaving the body as it should. Instead, it remains in the bloodstream, disrupting the heart's natural rhythm, impairing muscle contractions, and affecting mental clarity. This condition, known as hyperkalemia, doesn't make headlines, but it sends thousands of seniors to the emergency room each year. Consuming just one too many bananas in a week can be enough to trigger it. Symptoms may include a fluttering heart, weakness in the legs, or a general sense that something is not right. Unfortunately, by the time these symptoms appear, the damage may already be done. The price will you pay? A fruit that should nourish you could instead threaten your balance, energy, and even your heartbeat. Many seniors never suspect bananas as the culprit. They seem too simple and too wholesome. However, simplicity can be deceptive, especially when the body's internal systems are more fragile than they may appear. Before reaching for that next banana, consider this. Is it really what your body needs? Or is it just a habit you've gotten used to? Sometimes, the real danger lies not in what we fear, but in what we believe is harmless. This is especially true for a fruit that masquerades as a health food, one that many see as a snack, yet can act like a concentrated sugar trap disguised as a nutritious choice. 4. Dried fruits, the hidden sugar bomb. Dried fruits like raisins, dates, dried apricots, and cranberries may appear harmless and even nutritious. They're often found in trail mixes, sprinkled on oatmeal, or offered as a healthy alternative in doctors' office waiting rooms. However, for seniors, dried fruits can conceal a troubling reality. They are sugar bombs disguised as health foods. Many people don't realize that when fruit is dried, the water is removed, but the sugars remain, becoming concentrated in a much smaller portion. A handful of raisins may seem innocent, but it's equivalent to consuming a whole bunch of grapes, without the fiber, hydration, and with all the sugar condensed. Additionally, most dried fruits available in stores are coated with added sugar or preserved with sulfites, which can exacerbate conditions like asthma, migraines, and lead to inflammation in the gut. For seniors, especially those living with type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or digestive sensitivities, these tiny snacks can cause significant harm. They may lead to blood sugar spikes, gut discomfort, and, worst of all, a false sense of health. You might think you're making a smart choice, but your body pays a quiet price. So what is the price you pay? It's the slow damage caused by a daily snack that seems healthy. It's the increase in glucose that strains your heart, the indigestion that disrupts your sleep, and the energy crash that follows the sugar spike. Dried fruit may seem like a friend, but for many older adults, it can become an invisible thief, slowly stealing comfort, balance, and metabolic stability over time. We must learn to question not just what tastes sweet, but also what's been packaged and processed to look appealing while causing harm. Just as some fruits can mislead us in their dried form, others that are fresh and whole can provide the very nourishment our bodies need. Let's turn toward hope, the fruits that restore, protect, and energize us even in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. The 4 must-eat fruits that can save your health after 60. Blueberries, a brain protector. There's something quietly magical about blueberries. Small, humble, and unassuming, they often don't grab attention like flashier fruits do. However, each tiny berry holds one of nature's most powerful gifts, especially for those of us entering the later chapters of life. As memory begins to fade and clarity sometimes slips away, blueberries offer hope, not just comfort, but protection. Science has confirmed what many of us have long felt. Our diet influences how we think, how we remember, and even how we feel. Among all the fruits studied for brain health, blueberries stand out. Rich in anthocyanins, the deep blue pigments not only give the berry its color, but also serve as guardians. They cross the blood-brain barrier to reduce inflammation, improve communication between brain cells, and protect against oxidative stress that gradually undermines memory and cognitive function. Regular consumption of blueberries has been associated with slower cognitive decline, better decision-making, and a lower risk of Alzheimer's disease. For seniors, these benefits are significant. They represent additional time to remember loved ones' names, more moments of clarity during quiet mornings, and greater independence when it matters most. The advantages of blueberries extend beyond brain health. They also help regulate blood pressure, support heart health, and are low in sugar, making them an ideal snack for diabetics and those with cardiovascular concerns. Just a simple half cup a day, added to yogurt, oatmeal, or eaten plain, can make a real difference. In a world filled with pills and prescriptions, it's easy to forget that some of the most powerful medicines come from the ground. Blueberries exemplify this, as they don't just nourish, they protect, restore, and gently preserve what matters most, your mind. And if this small blue fruit can sharpen your memory, imagine what a crisp, fiber-rich apple can do to protect your heart, and why having one a day may truly help keep the doctor away. 2. Apples, the heart-healthy fiber hero. There's a timeless wisdom in the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. This simple, yet profound, statement holds significant truth, especially for those of us over 60. As our hearts require more care, our digestion becomes more delicate, and our bodies seek balance. Apples provide powerful protection in an accessible form. Rich in soluble fiber, particularly pectin, apples help bind to cholesterol in the digestive system, aiding in its removal before it enters the bloodstream. For seniors, this means that apples can effectively reduce bad LDL cholesterol, lowering the risk of heart attacks and strokes without the need for extra medication. Additionally, apples are naturally low in calories and sugar, making them a safe and satisfying snack that supports blood sugar control and healthy weight management, both crucial for maintaining heart and joint health in later life. However, the benefits of apples extend beyond heart health. Their fiber also promotes a healthy digestive tract, helping to alleviate constipation, which can become a common and frustrating issue as we age. The antioxidants found in apple skins, such as quercetin and flavonoids, offer anti-inflammatory effects that support overall wellness and may even reduce the risk of certain cancers and neurodegenerative diseases. Moreover, apples evoke familiar memories of fall harvests, homemade pies, and the simple joy of taking a crisp bite on a chilly day. They provide comfort and nourishment, both physical and emotional. This single, accessible fruit can significantly influence your health in profound ways. So yes, one apple a day can truly make a difference, not only in what it provides, but also in what it helps your body avoid. If apples serve as silent guardians of your heart, consider the benefits of a fruit that nourishes your bones, brain, and skin all at once. Let's talk about avocados next. 3. Avocados, the healthy fat that nourishes your body. Among all the fruits available, the avocado stands out. It doesn't burst with sweetness, doesn't come in bright colors, and isn't typically found in a bowl on the counter. Yet, for those of us in our 60s and beyond, the avocado represents more than just food. It serves as fuel for longevity, mental clarity, and physical strength. Rich in monounsaturated fats, avocados provide the type of fat that our bodies need as we age. These fats do not clog arteries. Instead, they protect our hearts, nourish our brains, and lower bad cholesterol levels. They help reduce inflammation throughout the body, alleviating pain in aging joints and facilitating smoother movement. For seniors living with heart disease or trying to avoid it, this fruit can be a game changer. However, the benefits don't stop there. Avocados are loaded with vitamin K, essential for maintaining bone strength and preventing fractures, something we often neglect until a fall highlights our vulnerability. Additionally, they provide folate and potassium, which help regulate blood pressure, improve circulation, and lower stroke risk. The presence of lutein, a powerful antioxidant, supports eye health by defending against macular degeneration and age-related vision loss. Beyond the scientific benefits, avocados offer a sense of richness, not only in texture, but also in how they make us feel. A few slices on whole grain toast or a spoonful alongside fresh greens feels nourishing, not restrictive. At a stage in life where many foods are considered off-limits, the avocado reassures us, saying, "I'm here to help, not to harm." So while others may chase the latest trend or exotic superfruit, this creamy green fruit delivers quietly, consistently, and deeply. If avocados can strengthen your bones and brighten your mind, imagine a fruit that soothes your digestion while also calming inflammation throughout your body, especially in your joints. Let's explore the healing power of papaya. Papaya, the digestive and anti-inflammatory miracle. In a world filled with over-the-counter antacids, joint creams, and endless supplements, it's easy to forget that sometimes the most powerful relief can come from the simplest sources. Papaya, with its soft golden flesh and tropical sweetness, is more than just a pleasant treat. It is a natural healer, especially for seniors. As we age, our digestion can become more sensitive. Meals that once sat easily may now cause bloating, discomfort, or acid reflux. Fortunately, papaya contains papain, a natural enzyme that helps the body break down proteins, easing the burden on your digestive system. For seniors who struggle with sluggish digestion, irregularity, or the side effects of long-term medications, papaya offers not just comfort, but real relief. Beyond its digestive benefits, papaya is rich in vitamins C, A, and E, nutrients known to strengthen the immune system, protect the skin, and combat inflammation, which is a key factor in chronic diseases like arthritis and heart disease. For older adults dealing with joint stiffness, inflammation, or weakened immunity, papaya works quietly in the background to restore balance and reduce the silent damage occurring inside the body daily. Its texture is smooth, its taste mild, and its effects are profound. It requires no cooking, no preparation, and no complexity. Just a few slices a day can support your body from the inside out. More than just food, papaya reminds us that healing doesn't always come in a bottle. Sometimes, it comes wrapped in nature, ready to support those who seek wellness over quick fixes. Your health is in your hands, one bite at a time. As we journey through the later chapters of life, a fundamental truth becomes clearer each year. We can no longer afford to take our health for granted. The foods we once consumed without a second thought, the ones we grew up with, celebrated, or enjoyed out of habit, now carry greater significance. Each bite we take either promotes healing or adds to the burdens our bodies must bear. The good news is that it's never too late to make better choices. Often, these choices don't have to be drastic or difficult. They can be as simple as opting for a blueberry instead of a handful of dried fruit, choosing an apple over a sugary snack, slicing an avocado instead of using processed spreads, or adding papaya to your breakfast instead of relying on pills for relief. These small decisions, made consistently, build something powerful: a stronger heart, a clearer mind, steadier joints, better digestion, and most importantly, a sense of control over your well-being. That is a gift worth protecting. We must also accept, with grace and wisdom, that not every food is right for us as we age. Some once beneficial fruits may now be less suitable for our changing bodies. Grapefruit, bananas, cherries, and dried fruits aren't evil, but they require caution. We need to be mindful of our medications, blood sugar levels, kidneys, and individual health conditions. Mindfulness is not fear, it's maturity. It reflects a respect for the body that has carried us through the years. Let this be a reminder not of what you can't have, but of all the things you still can. Nature offers us an abundance of healing foods. We simply need to choose them with intention. So whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, remember this. Your health is not behind you. It's right here, right now, in every meal, in every choice. The fruits you welcome into your life can be more than just food. They can be your partners in longevity, your protectors, and your daily act of self-respect. When you care for your body with knowledge and love, you don't just add years to your life. You add life to your years. You deserve to age with strength, dignity, and joy, one mindful bite at a time. These lessons aim to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your terms.